Hello and welcome to the Indicator Warehouse. In today's video, I am going to be going over a brand new day trading tool that we are offering for DTS and the DTS signal generators, and it is called the Trade Forecaster. So you've purchased 2 or more of the birds for the diversified trading systems, but now what you might be wondering is which one of the signal generators is the best to trade with right now. I mean, would it be the Hawk? Would it be the Falcon? Or would it be the Eagle? Then you might wonder, what is the best time of day for each signal generator? Maybe it's at the open. Who knows? Maybe it's even during lunch, or it could even be 60 minutes before the closing bell. Trade Forecaster is a complete analytic tool which can help answer these questions for you. Now you might be asking yourself, how does it do this? Trade Forecaster scans the recent history of price movement for the instrument that you're looking at, and it does this over a period of the last several weeks. It's looking for periods of time during the day when the price movement increases, decreases, or it may even stay the same. Then what happens is the proprietary algorithm then calculates which bird may be the best choice to trade with at that time, and this unique day trading tool also gives you a heads up of which bird you may want to consider trading next. I'll go over that in the demonstration. Wouldn't it be nice knowing, or at least having an idea, that oil tends to make larger moves during certain times of the day? Or let's use the S&P as an example, and wouldn't it be nice to know that maybe the S&P tends to move more and become more active towards at the end of the day quite often? If you knew that information ahead of time, that there was, possibly statistically during a certain time of day going to be a bigger move, would you choose the Hawk Micro Scalper to trade that trade? Or would you go for more of a home run on a trend-based system like the Eagle Trend Trader? You more than likely probably are going to choose the signal generator that would yield the best results. And in this case, say the Eagle Trend Trader. Now the answer is quite simple. The longer term system, when the market enters into a period that statistically is known for longer term moves, say like the Eagle Trend Trader, that's going to be your best bet. All right, let's dig in here and let me show you some of the basics for Trade Forecaster. The first thing that I need to point out with Trade Forecaster is you must have at least 25 days worth of data loaded for that particular chart that you are going to put Trade Forecaster on. Now, you don't need Trade Forecaster on every single chart that you have. You only need it on one. The next thing that I want to point out is that Trade Forecaster is a proprietary algorithm developed by Indicator Warehouse, and there aren't a whole lot of changes that you can make to this trading tool. However, one thing that you've got to be very, very adamant about is you need to make sure your market open time is set to the proper time. I'm going to be doing this demo with the CL 413 contract, and the CL opens at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time or 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So I've got that correct right there. Trade Forecaster also comes with alert. I've currently got the sound alert enabled. I've got that set to true. I'm not going to enable the pop-up, and I'm not going to enable the email alerts, but those 2 alerts are available as well. Okay, let's dig into the mechanics here, and let's take a look at Trade Forecaster and what it's really all about. This is a very simple tool to use. You're going to notice down here in the lower left-hand corner of your chart, it's going to give you these labeled histograms. Blue for trend, red for swing, and then orange for scalp. Up here in the upper left-hand corner of your chart, right now it's telling us that the scalper is currently suggested. So in this case here, you might want to consider using your Hawk Micro Scalper. Okay, let's do some demonstration and let's get an idea of how Trade Forecaster works. Currently right now, Trade Forecaster is telling us we may want to be looking for a trend trade. If we look up here in the upper left-hand corner, trend is suggested, and it is suggesting swing in about 80 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get ready for this trade. I know my hash is going to print here at 90.52, and I'm going to put my stop up here at the most recent active high. I'm going to go ahead and place my first target here a few ticks above yesterday's low. Target number 2 down here to match with the day prior to that for a low. I'll pause the video and I'll be back later to check on my trade. Okay, well, I am back to check on my trade, and it looks like Trade Forecaster did a pretty good job calling which bird I should use. And in this case, it was the Eagle Trend Trader. Now, if we look up here in our upper left, you're going to see that Trade Forecaster is suggesting a swing trade in about 1 minute. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close this trade right here. And let's bring down the Falcon Swing Trader to see what we get for swing signals. Okay, I have brought in my Falcon Swing Trader, and currently Trade Forecaster is telling me that a swing trade could be in our future in about 1 minute. Notice the histogram here, we still have trend in place, but you'll see that the swing histogram is starting to overtake the trend histogram. Let's just be patient and wait for our signals. I'm going to pause the video and we'll wait for the signal and see what happens. Okay, well, I do have a valid swing trade right here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get set up for that. I'm going to pause the video. Let's see if we fill on this trade and see what happens. But like I said, right now, Trade Forecaster is telling us we should be looking for a swing trade. Let's see if it called it correctly. Okay, well, we filled on this order here and we already have our first profit target off. I did get my 10 ticks, which is pretty typical for the Falcon Swing Trader. I'm going to go ahead and go to break even +1 just so I don't let a winner turn into a loser. As you can see from the demonstration, Trade Forecaster does a pretty good job at helping you decide which particular chart you want to trade at that particular point in the day and in relation to where price movement is. Trade Forecaster was designed for diversified trading systems, and its predictive abilities are based on a proprietary algorithm created here at Indicator Warehouse. Well, all right, guys, if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to contact any of the team members here at Indicator Warehouse anytime. Thanks, and have a great day.